Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Madeleine Parker, and this afternoon I'm going to do a read for this full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Sagittarius, which is happening tomorrow. It's a very powerful eclipse. Sagittarius is the sign of justice and truth and courage and leadership and honor and what is good and what is right. Now, when an eclipse is coming, we're going to leave out the opposite of that. We're going to move in towards more of a Sagittarius eclipse, which is for a higher truth, higher consciousness, higher enlightened way of living and being. And we're releasing old beliefs because we have a polarity always in an eclipse where we're leaving one energy, moving into another energy. So depending on where this eclipse falls in your house is what's going to be, then you're going to shift an energy from one aspect of your life into a new aspect of your life to initiate a new beginning, because you're shedding, an eclipse is shedding an old version of you and igniting the new, more destined, what your soul had planned. And sometimes it shows up as crisis, like right now. This eclipse is very much a part of what's going on in our social unrest, because there's justice, a need for justice. So the eclipse is bringing up a boiling point and bringing truth, because Sagittarius is about the truth. Sagittarius is about higher consciousness. So we're getting this igniting, this ecliptical hit on these energies of seeking a higher truth, a more balanced, fair, just way. And we're releasing old ideas, old ideologies that are oppressive to what is good and right and fair and just. And so we're getting this breakthrough with this energy. That's what this eclipse does, is it sort of sends an energy down that supports the call for justice, the call for truth, the Sagittarius, the warrior of spirit, the warrior of good, the warrior of light, Jupiter, the benefic. So that's what's happening. And it may be crisis, because anything in your life, it may show up as crisis, because anything in your life that is not just, that is not right, that is not in alignment with whatever aspect in your chart that it's hitting, because it could be a home, if it's in your fourth house, what is not just about your living situation will then be shifted and made just. Could mean moving, but it has to be with your truth. Jupiter wants the truth. Sagittarius is Jupiter. Sagittarius is fearless. They're courageous. So the energy of courage is here. Now, let me just also quickly say, I am in Idaho, northern Idaho right now. I bought some property up there. I'm on my sort of Sagittarius mission, which is to initiate a new way of living in harmony with nature. I want to develop an eco-dwelling that initiates every choice is made with a consciousness of not making money, but of a consciousness of that scared my throat chakra. I'm trusting in Jupiter universal support, but the motive is to initiate a form of dwelling that are eco and nature compatible. And from the get-go, it's not that having an eco-dwelling is a new concept. That's not at all new. That's not what I'm talking about. I want to initiate a dwelling from the very beginning with the concept that it is congruent with its environment. And I mean on an eco level, not a visual level, but on a visual level too. So I need to find a simple way to say my dream. But anyway, that's what I'm doing up here in Idaho. So I can still work because of these times. I've got my Bluetooth, and not Bluetooth, I've got all these technical things. I've got hotspot, personal hotspot. I've got Wi-Fi. So I'm set up. I've got solar panels. And I can still work from here. So if you need a read, let me know. And I'm also doing workshops, spiritual workshops. I feel like I'm a really pure open channel down here. I'm by a river, bald eagles flying above me, deer, beavers. I love it. I have to be as quiet as possible, because then the more quiet I am, the more nature, the more animals appear. So, all right, so let's have a look and see what the cards want to say about this powerful eclipse. And by the way, it's happening tomorrow. And let's have a look and see what the cards want to say about it and about everything that's going on. Let's take a look. Ace of Pentacles. Woo! This deck is really shiny. Ace of Pentacles, the wind just blew. Ace of Pentacles, wind indicates change. Ace of Wands. Wow. Sunshine, guys. See, that's what I was going to say, that these eclipse brings crisis, but on the other side of crisis is justice, is something more just, something better, something that's expansive, the truth. There we have the Page of Cups, we have the Sun. Wow. So this is a new period of initiation and breaking through, because the truth is busting through. The truth needs to be exposed. This is exposure of the truth so that we may have more just and in the light initiations. Look at that. Woohoo! That's pretty nice, isn't it? So it's hard to go through these breakthrough periods. It's hard, it's scary, it's rough. It's just how the 5D works. The 5D works through an energetic, a more dominant energetic frequency to displace the lower, old, non-working energies. And they're sort of pushing that out of the way by making this more positive frequency energy more dominant. That's what that looks like. And so it creates new beginnings. So we're creating new harmony within our relationships and within our own soul. That's what the eclipses do. They create more harmony. And sometimes when you create harmony, it comes with unrest, even within our own soul. Because to release things that are non-harmonic and non in alignment with our lives, there can be an attachment to these things that when we have to release them because they're no longer serving us, or they're no longer supportive of our true mission, our true destiny, we have emotional attachments, and so we have fear, security attachments to some of these things. So releasing them is scary, and it creates upheaval within us, and that's what we're also experiencing in the world around us, because the justice and the truth of Sagittarius in this eclipse. Plus, don't forget, we've got this North Node in Gemini, South Node in Sagittarius, so we really are discovering, exploring new ways and new ideas, and releasing some of these old non-just ways, right? And there is victory. We get this victory card here. So this is a message of victory for sure. I'm getting very nice cards here. So what, the heart, this would have landed in my heart spot in my grid. This is the heart spot. This is heart victory. Our emotions and what is true in our hearts is going to prevail. The love and the truth will prevail. I believe that very strongly. So I have faith in the outcome of this turmoil. It is unrest, communication, freedom of speech, communication coming through from our hearts. People are really expressing their truths from their hearts. This is beautiful. Beautiful energy. There's hope. I believe this is going to initiate, this Sagittarius eclipse and the unrest that's occurring at this point is going to initiate a very just and positive change for our country. I believe that. I believe in the good. That's what happens with astrology. Then we also get the Tower card. Change. Permanent change. Upheaval. Because it's scary. Look at that. I mean, it's scary, but the old things that don't work have to come down. Things have to change. We know that. That is what's happening. That is what needs to change, is the out of alignment, the sadness that comes from not operating in the heart, from not being victorious in the heart space, because we had this victory card in the heart space. So in other words, there is a return to the truth. There's a return to, there is a towering of being out of emotional alignment. We're towering, that's not even a word. Anyway, we are changing and disposing of non-alignment divine. You see this guy not looking at the cup that's being handed by the divine, which is the cup, which is the heart, which is what is winning. So now we're going to start looking up at the divine. Heart win, right? Look what shows up now. Because we're going to seek higher connection. This is the importance of tarot reading, astrology, is to get higher guidance through our confusion. Human mind is limited. My mind, as a tarot reader, I'm a limited thinker. That's why I use tarot. Tarot opens up our limitations, our mental limitations, connecting with the higher, because we can't see through the chaos. We're in it. We're down in the 3D in the chaos. We can't see the light through it. But the cards help us when we turn to higher guidance. Look at that. That is I'm trying to show it to you. It's the 10 of Cups. That's what's coming through. More harmonic, loving, co-living together in harmony, because the heart space is going to bring us more harmony. Why is the heart space going to bring us more harmony? Because there's more light through the heart space. That is, the divine comes through our heart. So divine is going to work through our hearts to bring us all into harmonic union, and to live in cohabitate in unity with nature and each other, right? That's what's trying to happen here. That's what's breaking through, because we need to live in harmony with our brothers and sisters in order to create expansion. So what else can you tell us about this time and this eclipse, please, Spirit, so that we may be higher guided? We did get the High Priestess card. So I think everybody, tarot readers are coming out by a big, in a big, strong way right now. The messages are higher guided. They're beautiful. So in a way, we are all collectively seeking a higher. This struggle causes us to look up to Spirit for guidance, for more. We need, that's what these struggles cause us to do, to turn to the divine, or whoever you consider to be your divine, so that you may, your higher self, so that we leave our mind, our limited mind, to a higher way of seeing things. Wow, we get another Ace of Swords, indicating information coming in, new knowledge coming in. Again, this is the Mercurial Gemini in the North Node, indicating clarity of information coming in. That, why do I keep, my deck is acting up. Okay, keep putting it back in my hands upside down. What else can I say here? All right, I lost my track there, but let's go ahead and see what cards come out for this. New beginnings, guys. So we are struggling through this period to end the old ways, so that we may become more enlightened, so that we can start a new journey as a civilization, more civilized, more compassionate to our brothers and sisters, more fair, more just, choices that initiate beautiful, more in alignment, divinely supported, universally supported, in the light, new beginnings. Because if for us to work as a whole on this planet, for us to get along and live together, we have to all see love. We have to love each other. That's the only way you can cohabitate on this planet. Nature does that. Nature loves each other. I know there's conflict in nature, and there is conflict in life. It's part of life. The conflict is to seek. The conflict is the journey towards justice, towards fair, towards things being balanced. So when there's out of balance, there's conflict. So this is going to bring us more heart motivation in the masculine energy, in our masculine energies. We're going to be more in our heart space, the masculine men on the planet and the masculine energy within our own souls. And then we get this new ignition. This is connecting us to our higher selves. And here we get Sagittarius feminine, creative force coming in. So when we are in our hearts, when we're in our heart space, we align with our creative energy. Okay. So that, I think, is the message. Unless, let me just get my deck back here. Hang on, I keep doing certain decks I always turn back upside down because they're small. It's a smaller deck, and I kind of flip it around a lot. Okay. So one more message again, please, for the collective for this time. Going forward. There it is, the Chariot. This is the sign of Cancer, and we are in Cancer sun sign right now. I've just suddenly blocked June. No, we're approaching Cancer. Cancer, sun moves into Cancer June 21st. Upon Cancer, so upon that shift, when the sun goes into Cancer, we are going to have very balanced, emotional, new beginnings to go forward. So this emotional upheaval is so that we can become emotionally aligned, so we can align our yin and our yang. Yang, yin, yang, yin. So we can align these energies, and we can go forward to initiate a more new enlightened way of living with both our energies in alignment, which means our head space has to align with our heart space. And when the world is unjust, as it's been, when we become more in our heart space, we can't do that. We can't live out of alignment with what's true and good and right. But when we have these upheavals, we then reestablish more balance and more just balance, so that we can go forward with more in alignment, with the two energies in alignment of masculine and feminine, heart and head. We can listen to our heart. It's hard to listen to your heart when when things aren't just, it's painful. But when we say, no, we got to listen to our hearts, we got to live with our hearts now, we can't allow the non-just. Because if you're living in your heart, you can't have non-just. That's why we leave our hearts, so we don't have to feel the injustice. All right? So one more message, beautiful, abundance. When we are in alignment with our two masculine and feminine energies in pure balance, we then become rapid manifestors. We then drop the frequency. We then raise the frequency of the planet, but we drop the 5D vision that we're trying to materialize because we have heart, which is working with spirit. So we're aligning with the will of the universe. And when we align with the will of the universe, it happens faster and we create positive abundance and positive growth. All right, I hope this read was helpful to you. Feel free to contact me. My email link is below. I am doing reads here on FaceTime. I do my reads FaceTime. We talk. I help you. We work with the cards to find out, get to the bottom of any confusions in your life. So go ahead, feel free to contact me. And thank you so much for watching. Namaste.